Welcome back to the Mastery series. Previously we covered Farming Mastery, and today we're covering Foraging. I recommend watching the Mastery overview if you haven't already, otherwise, let's get into it. So in some competitive games, stay with me, there's often three classes: DPS, Tank, and Support. The Foraging stat when it comes to Mastery is essentially the support option of the bunch. Instead of adding these wild, powerful ways to make money, it adds utility that will help you clean up the other parts of the game. The first reward you get for Foraging Mastery is the Mystic Tree Seed recipe. To craft it, you need 5 of each of the other tree seeds, excluding mossy tree seeds. Mahogany seeds tend to be the hardest part of this recipe, so if you're short on them, you can get more by cutting these stumps and slaying the slimes in the secret woods. Or you can trade 20 coal for one at the raccoon shop. This seed will grow into a mystic tree, and when cut down, it gives hardwood just like a mahogany tree. It doesn't spread seeds like other trees, and when placed near a mushroom log, they increase the chance of getting a purple mushroom. Side tangent, mushroom log probabilities are very complicated. Basically, as long as you have at least 2 nearby mystic trees and no other types of trees, you have around a 60% chance to get a purple mushroom. And the more trees you have, the more mushrooms you get, up to 5 with 10 nearby trees. So 10 mystic trees gives you 5 mushrooms with a 60% chance of them being purple. This is the best setup for mushroom logs out there. Mystic trees grow slower than any other non-fruit tree, a 15% chance of growing each night, which matches the mahogany tree, but with fertilizer, it only has a 30% chance to grow, which is half the chance of the mahogany tree. What truly makes the mystic tree special is that it produces mystic syrup every 7 days when tapped. While it's not the craziest moneymaker, it can be decent with a heavy tapper and the tapper profession, and it can be traded for fairy dust at the raccoon shop. But it's mostly used as an ingredient in the next crafting recipe. The second recipe you get from Mastery is the treasure totem. It costs 5 hardwood, 10 moss, and 1 mystic syrup. The effect itself is very simple. It will spawn 16 artifact spots in a circle around you. Note that these spots can only spawn on dirt, sand, or snow, so choose the place you use it carefully. Also, it will always give you specifically artifact spots. You're not going to get those new seed spots. So even though it's a simple effect, there are so many different items you can get from artifact spots, from geodes to forageables to, well, artifacts. Because of this, I decided to make an entire chart with locations and useful item spawns. All of the percentages assume that it's not winter or spring, since all of the winter forageables and rice shoots can lower the chance of anything else spawning. If it's spring, that's not too bad because rice shoots only have a 6% chance to pop out, but in winter, it's like a 50% chance for winter forageables, so definitely don't recommend using them then. I've put all of these items on this chart in the area where they have the highest chance to spawn. And for the case of a couple of items that have an equal percent chance to spawn in multiple areas, I put them in the area that had the most dirt space to use the treasure totems on. Most of the time that was in the mountains, since there's these huge dirt spots around Robin's house. There's also a couple of items that I put the artifact trove icon next to because they are much more common in artifact troves than they are in the ground. Particularly for the Elvish Jewelry, Ancient Sword, and Ancient Drum, which all have under a % chance to show up. I also want to point out that these percentages are from the wiki, and I did test a lot of them, but for a couple specifically on Ginger Island, I'm not 100% sure how they got them, because let me tell you this right now, you do not always get an Omni Geode out of every artifact spot you open on Ginger Island. While you do get a lot of them, it is not guaranteed. It may just be the case that it always shows up if something else important doesn't show up, I'm not really sure. If you're looking for a way for this to be used for money making, use it anywhere on Ginger Island. You have a really good chance of getting multiple Omni Geodes, which you can double by having the Generous enchantment on the hoe. You can then trade 5 Omni Geodes for 1 treasure trove, and then sell whatever you get when you bust open the treasure trove for profit, specifically after you've read the treasure appraisal guidebook, which can be found in the treasure troves itself. One pretty obscure use is that it's great if you just started the Keys crop quest, since every spot will have a 25% chance to drop anywhere from 2 to 5 key beans. Double that if you have the Generous enchantment, of course, and you will be swimming in them. Thank you, Travis McElroy, for sending this tip in. Real people watch these videos, huh? It was also pointed out several times in the comments, so thanks to you as well. And last, you'll now also have a chance to find golden mystery boxes while out and about. They actually carry a lot of the same items that regular mystery boxes do, but with a much higher chance of giving some of the rarer items, such as one of the universal loves, good cooking recipes, and experience books. Meanwhile, the regular mystery boxes are bloated by relatively bad cooking recipes and the juicy 12% chance of mixed seeds. If you're specifically hunting for them, they're found in a lot of the same ways that regular mystery boxes are. The two best methods, in my opinion, have to be fishing for treasure chests on a good luck day. They're found in 17% of them on ideal conditions. Or my personal go-to, combat. So the chance to get them from an enemy may not seem that common, the chance itself is pretty low, but consider that each point of luck is an extra 0.8% chance. On a perfect luck day, that's an extra 1% or 1.25% if you have the special charm, the item you get from giving a rabbit's foot to the Joja truck. So say you pop a magic rock candy and a ginger ale, you're wearing 2 lucky rings and on a good luck day. The chance is now 8.6% for every enemy. And guess what? Burglar's ring. That effectively doubles the loot, bringing us to a 17.2% chance. That's pretty much an endless stream of them. You'll be tossing them in the trash to make space for the topaz, they're that common. Also, kinda related to the golden mystery boxes, there's one bonus effect you get from Foraging Mastery, and that's a couple of extra trades at the raccoon shop. You can now trade 3 mystery boxes for 1 golden mystery box, and then 20 golden mystery boxes for 1 magic rock candy. So if you use that combat method we just went over, this is by far the easiest way to obtain magic rock candy. And then with the luck buffs from the magic rock candy, you can use them to get even more golden mystery boxes, just like God intended. Now maybe you see what I mean about it being a support skill. Treasure totems provide all sorts of crafting materials, golden mystery boxes provide items like seeds and cooked items for other skills, and honestly, I think that having easy access to magic rock candy is just as beneficial to mining as the mining mastery itself is. I'm not sure if I could put these masteries in any type of tier list, since it really depends on what type of content you enjoy, but I think foraging mastery is near the top no matter what you like to do. Next time, we're going to be covering fishing. Hope to see you all then, and good night.